Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I have gone granny square crazy the past 2 weeks. If you've been following along on my 5-minute crochet podcast in the morning, you know that I needed a crochet project that would be a kind of mindless and easy, and I could use up yarn. So I had this really one beautiful ball of James Brett Marble Chunky, and I don't remember exactly which one. I have two labels and I don't remember which one is which, but it's 100% acrylic. And I don't know if this counts as a promotional video or not, but I don't even know if Love Crafts sells James Brett. But hey, if you want to go down to the links in the description, I have affiliate links there. I make like 12 cents whenever you purchase. So it doesn't cost you anything extra, but hey, if you want to consider it a promotional item, you can. So anyway, one big ball of James Brett Chunky yielded a project, a square granny square that was approximately 24 by 24 ish with a K-size hook, I think. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, this is just one big, huge granny square. I started in the middle and worked outward, and I turned every round on this one. And then at the end, I just did a crab stitch or a reverse single crochet all the way around. And I just worked until I ran out of yarn. And then if I didn't make it all the when I didn't make it all the way around the final round, I pulled back and then just did the crab stitch to finish up so that I could maximize the yarn. So love it, love it. So here's the thing. Since I only had one ball and I made this a square, and it wasn't quite big enough for a full blanket. It's a beautiful size for like a stroller size blanket. So my second ball of the James Brett Marble Chunky is this gorgeous jewel tone version, and I made it in a rectangle. So this is why I'm calling this, like, so you can see here that here's the middle, and I started with a chain and worked this round here and then worked. So it's a rectangle project, and I will put up some photos there so you can see the whole thing. So this is why I call this video like the twin blankets, because this one also is a beautiful car seat size, but it's in a rectangle, and it is also just one ball of the James Brett Marble Chunky, and I used the K-size hook. Now this one is, in the rectangle version, let's measure it, and I did use reverse single crochet or crab stitch around the edge as well, just like I did with the other one. So they are very, very similar. They could go together for twins, but they're also different. So this one is 22 inches across, the short side, and the long side is approximately 26, 27 across. So it's about 22 by 27 or so. And so those are the two super quick, easy ways to do twin blankets when you need to make 2 blankets instead of just one in time for a deadline of a birth of a baby or a baby shower. So they're perfect stroller size, perfect car seat size, perfect like carry around size. I'm not sure that this yarn is perfect for babies because I don't know how well it's going to wash up. It is acrylic, so you can wash it, but I have a feeling that this yarn, which is very similar to like Lion Brand homespun or whatever, you know, that I think it's called homespun, that I don't know if it's going to pill up and get all like fuzzy. The point is, I want to show you with chunky yarn, you can make 2 blankets for the amount of time that you can really make one in worsted weight if you need to make 2 blankets. So a square version and a rectangle version. Now that I have made the square and the rectangle, I really love the rectangle more. So I'm likely to tear this one apart and add it to this one. Now, I could have done, pull them both out and do alternating rows of one row pink, one row jewel tone. But I think that for my purposes, since I don't have twins to give these to right now, I'm just going to make one big blanket. So in the spirit of that, and I will show you, I promise, how to make the rectangle. Here is a really big rectangle in chunky yarn. And I did the same thing where I had this pink tonal yarn. I had one ball of Caron Marble Cakes yarn in acrylic, and one, oh, this is the blue velvet is the other color. Let's see if I can find the label for this one. This one is in color Rosewater Plum. So these are the two. I had just had two balls of this same yarn. I don't even know if they sell this yarn anymore. I don't know if Love Crafts has it for sale, but if you want it, you can go look at Love Crafts and see. And if you happen to make any purchase, I get a few pennies. Anyway, so with those two big balls, and this feels like cotton. It kind of looks like cotton, but it is acrylic. So I went ahead and made the granny rectangle. This time I made it all on the right side. And when I ran out of the pink, I just continued with the blue or green or whatever you want to call it. And so this one ended up being quite a bit bigger. I have not woven in the ends yet. So this one is approximately, with a K-size hook, is approximately 36 by 33. Okay, so that one is still a rectangle, but also a great way to use up stash and so that's kind of what I'm doing. Is my purpose was to have a mindless project that I could do during meetings and a project where I could use up yarn. And since I only had one ball of each color for all these 4 balls of yarn, then that's what I made. Okay, so are you interested, after all of that preamble, are you interested in learning the rectangle granny? So let me put these aside and hope the cats don't play with them. I'm going to pull up, this is worsted weight yarn. I want to bring the camera down just a little bit more for this. Okay, I was trying to give you the full-on view of how big those projects were, but I think I'll just have to take photos and embed them. So this is worsted weight yarn, and this is Paint Box Yarns, Simply Erin. You can get that at Love Crafts. I'm going to take, I think, do I have my favorite hook? Do you know what my favorite hook is? I'm going to take an H. My favorite hook is an I, but I'm going to take an H. So I'm going to take an H size hook, put a slip knot on the hook, and I'm going to chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I'm actually going to grab this blanket back for reference. So okay, so here's the beginning, here's the middle, the first round right here between my fingers. So we're starting here and we're going down like a paper clip. Okay, so the first round is going to go along the foundation row of the beginning chain. No, Muffy. No, Muffy. No claws on the furniture, sweetheart. Claws on the cardboard. Claws on the toys. Okay, so in the 1, 2, 3, 4th chain from the hook, we're placing 2 more double crochets. Good girl. Good girl. Using the cardboard. So here's our first cluster. This is the cluster here, the very first one out of this beginning. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip 2 chains and put another grouping of 3 in the next chain. So grouping of 3 double crochets in the next chain. Chain 1, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, put 3 double crochets in the next chain. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then we will skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the last chain, we are doing the group, corner, group, corner, and then working down the underside of the foundation chain. So we're doing a group of 3 double crochets. If you don't mind, if you think crochet is a relaxing and valuable use of your time, give this video a thumbs up. And then we're chaining 3 for the corner, and in the same exact chain, we are doing another group of 3. So this is the short end of the rectangle. I hope you can join me at the 5-Minute Crochet Podcast in the mornings here on YouTube. Most of the time, they are a few minutes before 9 a.m. Eastern. And literally it's, 5 minutes. Sometimes I am able to squeak out 6 or 7 or 8 minutes, but it's just my virtual water cooler because I work remotely from home and I miss people. So it's a great way to start my day, and I appreciate you all coming and giving me some good mornings. Okay, so we are chaining 1, and now we're working under the underside. So skipping the 2 chains, and then immediately underneath that last group, we're going to place a group of 3 there, 3 double crochets. So we are just making kind of like a paper clip type shape, or an oval, or a running track, however you want to think of it. Chain 1 in between groups on the side, chain 3 between groups in the corners. Okay, chain 1. Now when we get all the way down here to this first one, remember we need to do 1 on the side and 1 on the top edge, so there's 3 of them, so that it mirrors this section down here. 1, 2, 3, like a little 3-leaf clover down here in that final underside where those other stitches are. So 1, 2, 3. Chain 1, 2, 3 for the corner. And keep an eye out, don't click away yet, because the way I join this round is a little bit different than you may have seen before. So here, as we are joining this round, to complete round 1, instead of chaining 3 and joining with a slip stitch, I am going to chain 1 and double crochet in the top of that beginning chain 3, that first stitch, so that I've got a nice sharp corner here, and the tail, the working yarn, is in the middle of this corner space. That way the seam of the rounds, the join of the rounds, is all going to be in the corner, so that you don't see a perceptible joining space or seam all the way around. Now, if you are going to keep working on the right side, which is what I prefer to do, we will chain 1 and then place 3 double crochets in this same spot to make the first half of the corner. And this is a Bates hook, and I keep dropping the yarn. Chain 1 and then skip the 3 double crochets, and in the chain 1 space we're placing 3 double crochets. So we'll go, we would go all the way around to here, and when we get to here, we'll put 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then double crochet in that top to join the same way. Now, if you are turning and we have this chain 1 double crochet here, and we are turning rounds, if you wish, then I would chain 1, turn, and place your 3 double crochets here and work this direction. So totally up to you. You get to decide. But I think, and then you'll be working along the short edge first, but it's very much a traditional granny. It's just in a rectangle instead of a square. And I think it's really just a fun variation. Okay, so then we'll just keep going round and round and round, And there's another video on how to do the crab stitch or the reverse single crochet, so I will put that maybe down here, and you can click that. But I hope you have a valuable and relaxing use of your time, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.